Hello and welcome back to RailRoads Online. So today we are here with our hot patch notes, and then we are also going to be running our first corned beef out to the depot there and getting paid for that. So we'll be taking a look at that as well. But we did get patch notes today. Was a hot fix for some of the bugs that turned up with the last update. The It's a long list of bug fixes, so we'll go over some of them as we get this crane going here. All right, there we go. All right, so they did fix an issue with the cranes not loading properly. Apparently, fixed an issue with the skeleton flats not loading. Adjusted Craig cars to have longer hitboxes. Fixed an issue where the Craig stake flats were not accepting raw iron. Fixed an issue where players were not getting a payout at the refinery. A lot of these bugs are like, things I didn't even have. So, I don't know, some of that's weird. Let me go ahead and open this. Fixed an issue where players are not getting paid. That one we did. Fixed an issue with the wheat farm not using water. Fixed an issue where the Oahu, whatever, the water car would stack when ordered. Now that one I did get, where you'd order the car and they'd just pile up in a pile. Oh, let's check this out actually in the process here. 36 is what it holds. I was assuming 30 something, so that's why we have 3 cars. Did grab a couple more of those and filled this all up. So we'll just have to see how many we get. Now we get paid. Oh, look, it's pulling them out of the platform. Some of the loading and unloading has definitely been weird with some of the new industries. I've noticed the oil barrels are dropping weird for some people and weirder still for others. So I don't know, there's some weirdness going on there. I haven't looked at them yet since this new patch update, but I did notice that with the last stuff. It actually happened right before the last update dropped. I noticed that stuff was acting weird anyway. So they fixed some speed things with Montezuma. Fixed an issue where the logging camp had, what is that, unintentional hitboxes around log loading side. Didn't know that was a thing. Fixed an issue with the coal towers accepting coal correctly. Just you know what, I'm not even going to go down the whole list because there's like 28 or 30 bug fixes there. Some of them are affecting you, some of them weren't, so it doesn't even go over, like a lot of this stuff wasn't, I didn't have an issue with a lot of this stuff, I'll say that. So then they did fix the default, what is it? The game now default starts in DX11. I guess some people were having a hard time getting logged in and getting loaded due to that. So that was adjusted. Yeah, right. That one's full. Let's back this up. Keep that going. Just a laundry list of bug fixes, to be honest. So, always good to see that we're getting bug fixes and it didn't take them too long to get to the stuff. So, that's good to see, as always. Kind of a, wait, why are you still rolling? I didn't set the brake, probably. No, I did set the brake. So why was the car so, was that just a slack or something? I don't know. Looked like the car was still rolling. Maybe that was just me. Alright, let's get that going. Go. You're fixed. Right? Go. Okay. Cool. So yeah, just a whole host of bug fixes there. See, these are loading 3 at a time. Let's see if we can get these moving along. Anything else? Oh, they fixed the heavy snow. Heavy snow setting used to basically trigger the blizzard. For those who weren't aware, that was a thing. That was a thing. I don't know what they fixed that to. I guess we could always go in and take a look. Now at what heavy snow looks like real quick. See if we, so it sounds like a blizzard. No, maybe not as crazy. Alright, there now. We actually have heavy snow instead of crazy, just straight up blizzard. So there's heavy snow versus, I guess we could always go in and take a look at, oh, it did go to blizzard. Heavy snow. Back. Gameplay. See, it goes to blizzard. So that's not actually fixed. So there you go. That one was in the fixes, but it's not fixed, obviously, because it still does it. We just tried it. So still some things to be worked on there, it looks like. Weather setting, not a big deal. I don't tend to go for the heavy snowstorms or the blizzards, though it would be kind of nice around Christmas time to have some snow, but, you know, as it's been said already, we are not getting snow probably until next year. If we do get snow, it sounds like it's going to be maybe a January or February kind of thing, but in January we don't usually get too much, so that would be weird. So who knows, January, February, maybe March we get snow, I don't know. End of snow season for us up here in the northern hemisphere anyway. But that has been the talk from the team, so at best we'll be looking at snow next year. For those who liked it, I know there are a lot of people who didn't like the snow and probably are too sad that it's not coming back anyway, so that's a thing for sure. I do tend to like the snow around the Christmas time. It's always been kind of cool. It doesn't look like we're really getting much for Christmas this year, which is kind of a surprise. You know, last year we got the plow. The year before that we had the caboose with the reef on it. So kind of surprised that we haven't gotten anything Christmas related at all this year, especially with the props. But that all remains to be seen what happens there. Alright, go ahead and stop now. Wish we went way further back than we needed to, but shouldn't make a bit of difference. Alright, there we go. Let's speed this up. Get this moving. Looks like we definitely could have got 4 cars because we're going to have some run over. Oops, shoot. Alright. See what we got left over here, if we got much of anything. We still have some coal, probably out of cows. Nope, not totally out of cows. So we could have got 4 cars, probably, and move that over, but oh well. We'll just see how 3. Using Eureka, I always tend to like to take Eureka for getting paid. It's kind of fun. Eureka, it's payday. I've always liked that one. Going for the simple joy. Alright, moving along. Have no idea how much these actually will pay us, so that'll be kind of interesting to see. Between the cows and the coal, you do make a fair bit of money actually getting to this point anyway, so we have been picking up some money, which is good. Give us plenty of room for expansion. I do have to say I'm starting to get interested in going back and looking at how Pine Valley is going to look with all the new industries and stuff like that at the starting map, so that might be coming on the channel. Let's go. Can't go in here. It's always a bummer. Be cool if they actually put some interiors on some of the industries at some point, I have to say. Would be cool. Nothing crazy needed, but some access would be cool. Alright, there we go. So that's still gonna leave some here. Take a good look at the corned beef. There we go. Premium quality. Huh. Gotta figure that. Alright. We can get ready to get out of here. Alright. There's just one on down the line. There we go. Eureka looking good as always. Still, I think one of the best looking locomotives in the game. Been around for a long time. Alright, let's roll it. Are we out of wood? We're out of wood. Figures. Took forever to get that loaded. I guess not forever, but that took a while to get that loaded. But it worked out. We had a bunch of patch notes to talk about. Too many to even cover them all, to be honest. So bunches of bug fixes. Hopefully, if you had a bug, it's on that list, and that got taken care of for you. Is the hope. All right, we're gonna end up having to build up. Seeing all this UI, yeah, not a fan. I'd take the old UI on the bottom of the screen over this any day of the week, I guess, given the option, which hopefully they do that. They put in an option that we could have the old UI or this UI, whichever one you like, which this one would not be getting any use by me, I gotta be real. I would go back to the old UI. Just easier to keep track of your stuff. This stuff over here, it blends into locomotives and does all kinds of stuff. It's kind of just a pain to read this stuff. Should be down here clustered. If you ask me, it should be on the bottom of the screen and simplified. This is just kind of a, I don't know. I do agree with the concept that this kind of looks like something out of a mobile game or a racing game or something like that, but not. I like our old UI better than this, that's for sure. And as far as a placeholder, I kind of wish they would have just left our old UI there for a placeholder because it was just fine. This I don't care for at all, to be honest. This isn't so bad being it's a little bit bigger than the old stuff, but to be honest, it just takes up unneeded space and then it's not organized in the same way that it's been for a really long time. So I don't really care for this at all, if I'm being honest. Like, for my opinion, it doesn't make any sense that they move the regulator into the middle when it's been on the end the whole time. Like, unless they just, I don't know how they got by or why that was a good idea, but I don't care for it at all. That's for sure. It's caused me more issues running after 2 years of running the game, 2.5 years, almost 2.5 years of running the game. It's caused me more problems than anything they've ever done. So, I am not a big fan of it at all. See, because you didn't even see the temperature. These things mean like nothing to you except they're just caught. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't care for it. That's just my opinion. Shrink it, make it smaller, put it back to like it was, because I don't think there was a problem with the UI the way that it was, right? So they should have just cleaned it up and made it look cleaner and put it on the bottom of the screen instead of having the ugly orange backing and that stuff. But they could have just cleaned that up. This thing, I don't know. Not a huge fan. That's just my opinion of the UI, since I ran out of steam and I'm sitting here with time to talk about it. So, here we go. We'll roll out and get moving on that. This takes up half the screen, though, and it should all be organized on the bottom and clean, not this gigantic interface. And if anything, people should be able to change the size of it so that people who don't want it taking up half the screen don't have to look at this. And these gauges are just silly compared to what we used to have. That's my opinion. I'd roll back the UI if I could, that's for sure. So here we go. This is the wheat water, I guess, that never gets used, which I have noticed. I mean, obviously everything's full over there, and I've never brought water out there, so haven't had a use for that one yet. So now that should be fixed, but then too, you know, obviously we'll have to see how that goes. The blizzard thing is not fixed so much, or at least from what I can see. Alright, make sure we got switches. And we'll head up. Honestly, the update hit right as I was jumping into the game anyway. The only reason I even saw that it came out. And then they put out patch notes a little bit afterwards, so then I figured I would slide those into the video while I was getting ready to start shooting anyway. Otherwise, no real great coverage of the patch notes were planned or anything, so... But if it were my feedback on the UI that they're looking for, I would say put it back to the way it used to be, because that's better than this. That would be my feedback on it. Hopefully we get through here without causing too much of a wreckage. See if we go over and get these delivered. How much kind of money we're going to make doing that, I don't know. Hopefully it's worth doing. I would think so. I mean, the cows paid pretty well, and then, like I said, the coal, between adding the coal and the cattle alone, you make a fair bit of money, so one would think they're going to stack that on the end with a decent amount of money. I mean, 36 units per wagon there, so we are going to be running over 100 units, so you would think no matter what it pays, it'll come out okay anyway, but I really have no idea. Slinking along the riverfront, everything looking good here. Still logs in the tank with the new industries and all that. We haven't been running too much wood out of the yard. For a change, the new industries, I'll give it, that's one cool thing, is that they finally, industries that don't take something from the sawmill. It's just about every industry, no matter where you go up until this point, has always had some sort of sawmill, something or other, so it is kind of cool to have an industry that finally doesn't just take stacks of tier 2 cars upon stacks of tier 2 cars. I do have to say that part's cool. A little surprising we don't have any kind of planned winter update. Usually we always have had a winter update until this point, so, or at least the last 2 years. So I gotta say, a little shocked that we aren't or haven't gotten word on a winter update. Whoa, cow catcher picking you up. Nothing like getting a free ride. Corned beef. There we go. It's everywhere. Let's get a move on it. So again, I don't know if these things might be pretty heavy, because Eureka is not like flying along or anything here. But it's gonna do it, that's for sure, and that's really all that matters, is that it gets the job done. Alright. We will be bringing this down. Oh, no, see? Regulators should be over there, not the reverse here. Alright, then we gotta get out of that. Let me off the train. Thank you very much. Got one switch up here I know we're gonna need to grab so we can actually get to the dock instead of go running down, because we just pulled these other cars out of here. I'm rolling up on town. or the start of town. Never ending, always expanding town. It's kind of the one. I just kind of come in here and put in like one building or something. Generally, when we play sessions, just kind of keeps it fun. And then we never know exactly. No big major plan as to the expansion of town. It just kind of ends up expanding. Alright, we'll be bringing this in for the moment of truth, if you will. Out of here, let's bring up the old pay sheet. There we are, $10,319. Let's get those. What? So they're 20 apiece? Oh, they're actually not really that great. I mean, it's okay. Don't get me wrong. It's better than a stick in the eye or something. But this is not going to be the thousands of dollars that that oil pays. But then again, it does stack up. Like I said, with the cattle, stack up pretty good because those are like $90 a piece. But looks like it's almost like you're gonna make more money on that end per se. Although we did get quite a few out of there, and this would make 4 cars, something like that. But not as game-changing of end, though a little bit faster to get to than oil too. A lot less industries in the chain for the corned beef. But definitely a secondary chain, I guess, would be my summary of it, if that's what it pays. I mean, we're looking at like 2,000 on 3 cars. We make, 7,000 on 4 cars of oil, so half the work probably too. But it looks like you kind of almost make more money loading up the the meat facility there rather than per se at the end. But that's just my take on it. Although, decent payday, got it done easy enough, and it's 3 cars. So, I mean, at the end of the day, we're going to call that one a win. Say thanks for tuning in. Remember, if you get a chance, like, share, subscribe. Subscriptions are free, but they sure do help the channel. Y'all have a great day.